Hello everyone, and welcome to my review of the anime series Mirai Nikki, a show about trying to become God, phones that see into the future, and a pink-haired girl with way too many psychological issues. Now, I won't go into too many details about the plot as I don't want to spoil anything, so I'll just give you the basic premise. Essentially, 12 people are selected to play a deadly game and are each given a unique diary that can see into the future. All of this is courtesy of the god of space-time himself, Deus Ex Machina. Or plain Deus if you're an ex-lover of his. Not that I can imagine this guy has had many ex-lovers, but anyway. The winner of this battle to the death will become the next god of space and time, as it seems poor Deus is on his last legs and eager to retire somewhere out in the country. However, it doesn't really matter if the contestants want to play or not, as if more than one of them are alive after a certain time limit, the big ball of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff will collapse in on itself, turning the universe into a cake that nobody would eat because I accidentally put salt instead of sugar in it. At least that's my vision of the end of all things, but I digress. The first thing I'd like to mention is the characters, as I think they're one of the greatest features of the show. Whilst there are a few who are generic and forgettable, there are many who really stand out. Whilst we may not be able to relate to the psychopathic child, Shinji Ikari, Super Stalker, and this guy, they all have a balance of humanity and insanity that make them memorable and a pleasure to watch. Also, Yuki, aka Shinji's development is particularly worth mentioning, as he's your everyday loner with more tears than testicles, who gets thrown into a world of kill or be killed, and unlike Shinji, eventually finds his penis and becomes a ruthless killer and manipulator that Light Yagami would be proud to call a friend. Now I'd like to talk about the show's pacing issues. As a 26-episode series, it was bound to have some filler at some point, but the real problem is that for me, the main story seemed very stop-start, so sometimes nothing was happening, and sometimes the plot seemed to develop too quickly, and it seems a bit ridiculous that knowing they are on a time limit, our protagonists still take a break to get their tits out in the local swimming pool and even pretend to get married. As for the soundtrack, it's been a while since I watched this, and I've already forgotten most of the music that plays during the actual show. However, the opening and closing themes are absolutely fantastic, to the point where I had to download them and play them continuously until my family wanted to throw bricks at me and insert sharp objects into my face. The voice acting was also decent, although only Yuno's voice actor, Tomosa Murata, really stood out with her memorable lines such as, "Yuki!" and "Yuki!" Okay, calm down, that's the last impression I'm ever doing. So, anyway, terrible impersonations aside, how would I sum up this show? Well, as I mentioned earlier, it has some problems with its pacing and storytelling, but it also has an original premise and some amazing moments that leave you on the edge of your seat, not to mention it gave us the queen of all scary, psychopathic, yet somehow still cute yanderes, Gasai Yuno. So, would I recommend this show to you? If you're a fan of psychological battles and something a bit darker in your anime, then yes, without doubt you should give this a go. Overall, I'd give this an 8 out of 10, making it a sound choice for when you get bored of your ball and cup and want a series to watch.